Thanks for joining us. I'm Alexis Rogers, and we are just under an hour away from a big Minneapolis City Council meeting. This afternoon, they're expected to finish discussion on the 2024 budget before a vote tonight at 6. Here's what's on the table. The mayor's proposed 6.2% property tax levy increase, a property tax that would add $4 million annually to the Minneapolis Public Housing Authority, and a $180,000 for hiring additional workers to help refugees in need of assistance. It would also create funding for 731 police officers and unarmed positions. The total price of the proposal comes out to about $1.8 billion. Ahead of the vote, the council is holding a public hearing. In less than 6 hours, St. Paul will also hold a final hearing on its proposed 2024 budget and tax levy. Mayor Melvin Carter's $820 million budget includes a small property tax increase, plans to buy medical debt for city residents, and a sales tax hike. A final vote is expected later this month. If you live in Mendota Heights or Eagan, you may want to make plans to get out to the polls today. Voting started for today's special election about 5 hours ago and will be open until 8 tonight. It's to find a replacement for State Representative Ruth Richardson. She resigned her seat in the legislature last summer to concentrate full-time on her job as Planned Parenthood CEO. Today, Democrat Bianca Verning is facing off against Republican Cynthia Lundquist to take over the seat. Verning is on the Rosemount Apple Valley Eagan School Board, and Lundquist is a technology executive. We're taking a live look at the nation's capital, where lawmakers are at a standstill when it comes to an aid package for Israel and Ukraine. Yesterday, the White House sent a letter to Congress saying if more funding is not approved for Ukraine, it will, quote, kneecap Ukraine on the battlefield. Some Republicans say they are not moving forward with that funding unless money is also allocated to address U.S. immigration concerns. Democratic Senate leaders are pushing for a vote on the Ukraine-Israel aid this week. The Senate is scheduled to close for the year in 2 weeks. Today is the last day for a while that our temperatures are expected to be closer to average. Ben, we're getting ready for a warm-up.
We absolutely are. The half an inch to an inch of snow we saw over the last 24 hours will be a distant memory, probably by tomorrow afternoon, certainly by Thursday as temperatures warm up. We're starting to see some clearing in the far western part of the state, including one patch of clearing that's just east of Alexandria right now. And I do expect the trend of seeing more sunshine later in the day will continue. There's the last of the wave of snow that moved through early this morning during the pre-dawn hours. You can see the backdoor system kind of moving the snow through the area before dissipating over Iowa. And again, the snow is done for the rest of the day today. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast. You can see the snow on parts of Uptown right now. Temperatures holding pretty steady in the mid-30s today. As Alexis mentioned, it's about as cool as the forecast gets. We're talking about a string of 30 or 40s in your forecast that'll take us into the weekend. We'll talk about how long that sticks around coming up. Alexis.
Ben, thank you. New at noon, we're getting a look at the new state seal. Here it is, with a loon front and center. Throughout the process, the Emblem Commission voted unanimously for the seal and moved toward adopting it just hours ago. They say it got the most comments from the public, and most of them were positive. The commission will still be able to make changes before the seal is officially adopted. New at noon, we now know who will be representing the Minnesota Vikings for a chance to win the Walter Payton Man of the Year award. Harrison Phillips was surprised with the nomination yesterday. The team chose the 27-year-old defensive lineman for his work off the field. Leaders say just one of the ways he's giving back is through Harrison's Playmakers. It's a camp that not only brings kids with developmental differences and special needs together for free, but also hosts fundraisers to pay it forward.
Every day when I walk in that facility, I look to my right and I read the Walter Payton Man of the Year, and I see the list of the men who've won that award and been nominated with that. And to have my name next to theirs is so humbling.
All team nominees for Man of the Year get $565,000 for their organizations. The winner will receive $250,000. Well, if you're headed out for some Christmas shopping or maybe running some errands, you might want to consider picking up an extra blanket. When we come back, we're talking with one of the leaders of Bridging about an upcoming fundraiser to make sure the community stays warm. Plus, the stars of the musical Aladdin are in the studio ahead of tonight's first show at the Orpheum.